In this video we'll be telling you what feedback we got from different material that we've made and our own comments from the feedback that we've got. When we were deciding on what song to use, we put possible ideas of song choices onto our blog so that we can get feedback from our teacher of what song to use. The feedback that you gave was, as with previous posts, add a few words and thought on these videos and why have you posted them and how do they show your genre and what type of artist that will perform. Are these things that you would recreate and are the things which would be difficult to recreate? Before deciding our song, we both thought of different artists and different songs which we would both like to use. The feedback was important for us that we could finally narrow down an artist and a song. It made us think that if these were songs that we would use, would we be able to recreate them? And is it possible that we have a potential artist that would be able to perform to the song?
First pitch that we did, we decided to put on our blog for Sarah to give us some feedback. The feedback that he gave us was this needs way more detail. I have no idea from this what sort of video you are making. Is it performance, is it narrative, or is it both? Improve this as a matter of urgency, as currently it looks like, spite of all your R&P, you have no ideas whatsoever. That means no matter how good on all your research and planning, it cannot be awarded a high band mark because there is no evidence that you've learnt from it. So, by looking at this feedback, we realised that we needed a lot more detail in our pitch to make it understandable to any audience of what our music video will be like. We noticed that we had to decide if we were doing a performance video or a narrative video, which we both decided to do a narrative as it best suits our genre.
After improving our first pitch, we then showed it to the class so then we can get comments on them to see what works well and what doesn't. The comments that we got was, you've established the storyline well, also you've made it clear what the artist will look like, which is very good. However, you could mention what lighting you'll be using. You've set up the video well and it's easy to understand what type of video you're aiming to produce. You cover most of the topics needed for the 25-word pitch. Well-established character, very detailed storyline, well-established target audience, who will be your artist in the video. The concept of your video corresponds well with the genre of music chosen and will possibly appeal to some of the target audience who are younger and wanted to live their dream. The girl next door style and homely appearance of the artist is also something which will work successfully as it will provide a good role model for the audience and somehow be relatable for our audience. However, the target audience is 16 to 22. It is perhaps not appropriate and I feel that the song and the style of the artist it may appeal to a younger audience, maybe 13 to 18. This feedback is important for both me and Sophie to look upon and reflect as our classmates have commented on ways in which we feel that would work well and have been shown through the pitch and the things that we need to think about and establish. After being given this feedback, me and Sophie both thought about the artist which we were going to use, our appropriate target audience, and exactly where we'll be filming our music video and our artist name. I think that this feedback was effective as we realised that our target audience was younger than we originally anticipated. We firstly thought that we would be filming in a cafe, but after thinking about our target audience, we thought that the sweet shop would be better suited and fit our target audience well.
After working out each of our shots, we decided to put them into a storyboard. We then decided to make an animatic of our storyboard by taking pictures of each shot and placing them into iMovie and then putting our song behind it so it would give the audience a real sense of what our music video will be like. After we uploaded it onto our blog, we got feedback from our teacher which said, show this animatic to people and see if they're able to identify the narrative. Do you need to add or remove shots to get the story across? After showing our animatic to several people within the same age range, they all said that they could tell it would be an energetic music video with the amount of shots and quick cuts in it. They said that some of the shots were hard to visualise what they'd be like due to our drawings not being as detailed. However, we've written in detail below the shot exactly what our artist would be doing and the timings of each shot.
After taking different sample shots of our first location and also photos, we were given feedback on our blog which helped us. Our feedback was, you need more lighting. At the minute you've backlit the shot that causes the artist to appear in a shadow or darker than the scenery. 2 spotlights pointing towards the window. I'll draw you a graph next lesson. This helped both me and Sophie when forming our first media video. We reflected back on the feedback and made sure that the lighting was improved, and before filming each shot we ensured that the lighting looked good on the camera and the artist didn't look washed out, red or shadowed. I think it's important to get small feedback like this because then we're able to improve for the next time that we do something.
After filming all of our footage, we then decided to make a draft music video. This was useful to us because then we could get feedback from our teacher and other peers in our class to see what they like or dislike about the video. The feedback we have been given from our teacher emphasises on the shot that worked well, and they mainly involved movements, so this had to be our main focus when refilming for our final music video. Our teacher then sent us links to other existing music videos to get ideas from how they framed their shots.
The mise en scène is important in pop videos by looking at the existing Candyman music video, which was set in a sweet shop, gave us the inspiration for the type of movements and shots we can do in the location.
The guitar shots did not work because it did not look realistic because our model could not play the guitar, so we decided to choose other types of shots we could do instead. When we were planning our storyboard, we decided to have our music video as a narrative. However, after making our draft and by looking at the feedback our teacher gave us, the narrative was not clear and obvious enough within the video, so we decided to ditch the narrative and have a more close-up shots of the artist instead.
I agree with all the feedback given. We have learned that overall our video needs to be more girly, colourful and have more energy in cheesy movements.